This video is dedicated to my mom who recently passed away. Great mom, greatest in the world. Raised 5 boys, 2 girls. Us boys put it through him. And it all kind of goes back to scouts. My 2 older brothers who were twins had the first scout we had, 74, 2-wheel drive, 6-cylinder that had in high school. Gave that scout hell. Then our next scout we had was Brother Joey's 1980 Rally Scout. We bought, I think in like 81, I think. We're still not quite sure about that. Same thing, gave that thing hell. Then Brother Pat bought a 78 Terra that my dad found, barn find. Just before we went to boot camp, ran off the bridge, told it out. While he was going to boot camp, I stripped it all down. And then, you see the next one, Fred, one of the twins, he got, we found him a 79 Selective Edition Scout when he was in Marines. Brother Alan, Brother Joey drove it from Texas all the way to California, delivered to him. Of course, when he came back from California, it was all rusted out. And then, after that, we kind of went to Chevrolet trucks. But, I mean, with the Scouts, like I said, Mom hated it when we gave him hell. And I'll never forget one day, my brother Pat took Brother Joey's Scout when he was in Marines and went behind the fairgrounds, and he got that Scout buried. Pulled out, he had to pull it out, messed up the rear bumper. And the funny story on that was we were going to pick up our cousin because we're all riding to school together. We tried to get our cousin to live next door to come over because the Scout was completely muddy, and we knew Mom would be upset. She wouldn't come, so we drove up there, pick her up. My mom's looking out the kitchen window. She's like, gave us hell. It's like, you know, why do you want to tear up a vehicle? And then one time, the 1980 Rally and 79 Selective Edition, we were out at our uncle's place, playing around in the mud like we shouldn't have been. And Brother Joey Scout had it was a 1980 304 4-speed with glass packs on her, and that was the loudest thing in town. So Mom could hear that from our house, you know, him trying to get it unstuck. Then of course we got the 79 Select Edition buried too, trying to pull it out. So we had to get a friend, so we had this big old jacked up Chevrolet truck come out there, and had to eventually pull us out. But the same thing, Mom's like, why do you want to tear up a vehicle, you know? And that's it. I ended up buying a 74 Scout that was rolled over, no top, no windshield or anything. Bought it for $300 when I was in high school. Brother Pat went to the Marines after he told out of the Scout. I stripped this down, built mine up, you know. But saying that, it was just, she was always upset that we would always go mud riding because, you know, that's what we did, but she didn't like it and she was right, you know. But Mom's always right and we were always wrong, but again, we gave her hell, but, you know, she still loved us and was the best mom in the world. So anyway, what we got here is what we got completed so far. Right, Blaze? So again, that was the first one, right? The 73 Blazes. That took the least amount of time because the body was good. It just didn't have no interior, it had no steering. We ended up swapping out, it had drum brakes, 30 in front. So me and Blaze found a Dana 44 with this put in front, put a power steering, power brakes on there. It already had the lift on there. I found some rims on Facebook, whatever. So that's the one that drives all the time, is always on the road. All these other ones always parked, you know. 345, 4-speed, and then like I said, 4-wheel drive, runs great, glass packs. That top that was on there is actually on this one now. So this one, see, you know, previous videos, I was gone, being with my mom, and we ordered a brake booster off of Rock Auto. Or what we ended up doing is having to send an old one to them. They rebuilt it and sent it back. While I was gone, Blaze put it on there. Now he has brakes. You know, before it was just like manual brakes. So the other day he went ahead and got it registered, he got registered and got insurance on there. So now he can drive. Of course, how's it drive, Blaze? Like a Scout. So I mean, it has the highway gears in there, so it's not like a speed demon. I don't think you ever get a ticket, but anyway, it's. I mean, are the Scouts ever finished? No. There's always gonna be something going on. So still waiting on the rally stripe on there. The lady still, they're trying to work on it. Blaze brought the fender and door to them, try to match up and try to make reproduce the rally stripe on there. So hopefully it'll be done sometime soon. The paint should be cured by whenever it's done, so hopefully it won't have any problems. This one, my 79 Midas Scout. Actually, this is like one of the few that actually drove home out of how many Scouts we had, Zach, over 60 or something. Drove it home, but it was a rust bucket. The only thing that was not rusted was the rear floor. Was I was shocked. Everything else had to be replaced. From I think that, well, the top's still original. I think the hood. That was it. Everything else is new. And do want to give a shout out to Super Scout Specialists because they make this happen. Of course, it's very pricey, shipping all that expensive, but I mean, they're the ones who produce good products, so that's who we go with. But so this one is pretty well done. I mean, only thing that's not original on it here is the factory rope, or the roll bar we put in there, a 5-piece one instead of the factory 3-piece one. But again, minus conversion, this pretty well came from the factory, except for, of course, you know, aftermarket radio and fuel gauge, make sure it don't run out of fuel. But it's done. I finally, like I said, I'm sure I told you in the previous video, put an Edelbrock carburetor on there, made the world of difference in there. You know, now it's reliable, start it up, you can drive it, so I'm pretty happy with it. But what did it do, Zach? Center of the shop. Yours, Zach, what are we doing on yours? This one, seen in previous videos, Zachary does have some ceramic coated headers, right? What kind of glass packs or mufflers?
Black Widow exhaust.
Yeah, so that's pretty well the only thing we need to do on that is, which I never put headers on before on a Scout, so I'm a little concerned. But we'll see. He actually swapped out the grill before it had that. What you got? What was that grill?
SS2.
Yeah, SS2 grill on there. He found one original 79, 78 grills, put it on there because he just likes that look. I like it too, so. But anything else on that? That's about it on that. So now that we get all this complete, mostly. Oh, by the way, Blaze had a wisdom teeth pulled out, so. But what I was doing with my mom, he went ahead, I cut out the floor, both the front and rear, even the center thing. Ordered sheet metal from Super Scouts, $1,200 and almost $500 in shipping. But again, what are you gonna do? Didn't have time to go up to pick it up. But Blaze went and sanded this all down. I replaced that end cap over there. This one I still need to do some body work. This I ended up having it was all bent underneath, so I cut it out. Spliced in another one, same thing, just got to finish that up. The wheel wells, so we start putting the floors in, I got to figure out, I need to add some to replace that rusted out part. Up here, thanks to Blaze's 1980 Scout, actually had this is all gone on this tub, but the structure underneath is great. You know, the inner outers are fine. The cross beams, whatever, they were fine, but I ended up having to cut out his and splice it in here. So it's welded in. Now it's just a matter of, I gotta, cut in a piece there, weld in that, weld in the dog legs. I cut some off another Scout, and just try to piece it all back together. So it's a lot of work. I think later this week it's supposed to cool down because it is too hot out here to work on. But lucky on this one, I mean, once we get all the sheet metal and everything put in, all we got to do is paint the tub and the fenders, the hood. There's no doors that have to be painted. The door insert's already done. It won't have a top. Tailgate, I guess, repair one of the ones we have.
Yeah, did you say what this one was?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, this one, it's a 74 tub, but this one is the one we use on the 79 SS2. That, again, drivetrain, everything's there. Just a matter of now I just got to finish this tub just like we did on Blaze, and swap the tub over, then paint it ourselves and put it all back together. But I mean, surprisingly, Blaze 8 months, right? I mean, we stripped that thing all the way down to this and rebuilt it all back up. So replaced the inner and out. Oh, let's go to outer fenders, the inner fender on the outside. I mean, floors, you name it. So it's a lot of work, but I mean, I think it looks decent considering we did. That's the one we did everything ourselves, the paint and everything, so. But, what else? Anything else, Zach? What?
Does that make sense?
anyway, that'll be a wrap. Just want to say again, love you, Mom. Thanks for everything you've done for us, and hopefully you're with Dad now. So anyway, love you. Thanks. Bye.